not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
So the question is, what pertains to men that women wear today? Be honest, sister. What pertains to men that women wear today?
I can say what guys wears well for.
Trousers.
I mean, yeah.
Because if we're out there teaching in dress, how would we look to you?
Is it really a man thing? Like, is it wrong for girls to wear trousers? Like,
very much so, because it was never given to women.
Bring it up.
Do you know that? Do you know who trousers was first instituted to? The men. It was never given to women. Get me Exodus 28 and verse 41. Let's see. It's a sin because it's called cross-dressing. If we were out here in dress, can we say these are women dress? Could we say that?
Can't understand it. How far we fallen, the way we landed. I'm praying that they let me go. I'm out here stranded, like cause the crazy things we do. Meditate on things that change my mood. Take it day by day, he's coming soon.
So my sister, what is Christ requiring of you as a young sister? Do you know? 1 Timothy 2. What is Christ requiring? Because do you love Christ? Get me 14 and 15 again. John 14 and 15, and then we'll get 1 Timothy. Because the reason why we're here is because we have learned that the churches have led our people into a...
The sister also wants to know.
The
color of Christ.
Yeah, the color of Christ. So sister, we just went through the color of Christ. We're going to go through it again, right? So, read this. John 14, 15.
This is the book of John chapter 14 and verse 15. If ye love me, keep my commandments.
So if we love Christ, what is it we must do?
keep his commandments.
Keep his commandments. Read it again.
This is the book of John chapter 14 and verse 15. If ye love me, keep my commandments.
So, my sister, do you love Christ? He says to keep his commandments. 1 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 9. Because, again, the reason why we're here, sis, is to show you what the churches have failed to show us as a people. Because what's the wages of sin? Death. So if you're in sin, if you're sinning, it's going to cause you to be put to death, right? Now, this is what Christ ordained. Listen to this.
This is the book of 1 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 9. In like manner also, that women adorn themselves.
So women have to adorn themselves, means to dress themselves in a particular manner. Read.
In modest apparel.
In modest apparel. Do you know what modest means? Modest means not attracting any sexual attention. Do you understand? When you do that, you're not modest. So the Bible also says, read on.
With shamefaced and sobriety.
A woman should be shamefaced, meaning not brawling, not up in men's face, not loving to fight. Do you understand? A woman should be tender and soft. Do you understand? You have to go? 5 minutes, sis? Alright, sis, no worries. No worries. Sis, are you following? So, not up in men's face, yeah? Not being loud, be soft-spoken and gentle. That's how a woman should be. Read.
Not with broidered hair or gold or pearls or costly array.
So, as a lady, it shouldn't be about your outward appearance. Be it broidered hair, yeah, jewelry, yeah, makeup. That's not what God is requiring. It's a good thing. There's nothing wrong with it. But God is saying, don't let it be your main focus. Do you understand, sis? Read.
But which becometh women professing godliness and good works.
Read it properly. Read it again.
But which becometh women professing godliness.
So women have to profess godliness. Read.
With good works.
With what?
Good works.
What is good, sis? So it says, a woman that Christ is telling us that you have to be, that God is commanding our sisters to be, is to have good works. Being in modest apparel, not about our outward appearance in dressing of jewelry, makeup, so on and so forth. Do you understand? That's not what the main focus is. But the main focus should be what? Good. Good what?
Good,
Good behavior.
good works.
Good works. Do you understand, sister? Now let's see what it means to be good. Let's see what it means to be good. Romans 7 and verse 12. Let's see what it means to be good, because again, your churches aren't going to define what the Bible is telling us clearly that we should be doing. Read.
Wherefore, this is the book of Romans chapter 7 and verse 12. Wherefore, the law is holy,
The laws of God is holy. Read.
and the commandment holy, and just, and good,
What are the laws of God?
and just, and good.
The laws of God are just and good. So go back to Timothy again. So now we have the understanding of what 1 Timothy is saying. Read this.
This is the book of 1 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 10. But which becometh women professing godliness.
Professing what?
Godliness.
What did we just read what godliness is, sis? The laws of God. Yeah, remember the law is holy, right? The law is holy. So it says, read verse 10 again.
Verse 10. But which becometh women professing godliness with good works.
With good works. What is good? The laws of God, right? Excellent. Deuteronomy 22 and 5. Because the focus is what we have to do what? Get to the kingdom of God, right? We went over what Christ looked like. Now we're going to get into what salvation looks like. What do we have to do to get salvation? We have to do what God has commanded and love God, keeping his commandments, right? Read.
This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 22 and verse 5. The woman,
The who?
the woman
The woman. We're focusing on the woman right now. Read.
shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
So women shouldn't wear what pertains to men. Read.
Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
Neither shall men put on garments that women wear. Why? Read.
For all that do so are abomination unto the Lord thy God.
Abomination, when we cross-dress in God's eyes, is something that's disgusting, sister. Do you understand? Now, do we want to offend God, making him feel disgust about how we dress? We don't, right? So what does the Bible say?
The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
So the question is, what pertains to men that women wear today? Be honest, sister. What pertains to men that women wear today?
Sure. I can say what girls wear, but
Trousers.
I mean, yeah, but
Because
is
if
it
we're
really
out
a
there
man?
teaching in dress, how
Is
would
it
we
really
look
a
to you?
man? Like, is it really a man thing? Like, is it wrong for girls to wear trousers? Like,
Very much so, because it was never given to women.
Bring it up.
Do you know that? Do you know who trousers was first instituted to? The men. It was never given to women. Get me Exodus 28 and verse 41. Let's see.
so are you saying it's a sin for girls to wear trousers?
It's a sin because it's called cross-dressing.
That's
If
right.
we were out here in dress, can we say these are women dress? Could we say that? We couldn't say that. So why is it okay for when we say to our sisters, we shouldn't be wearing trousers, but their reply is, these are women trousers? Do you see the contradictory? Do you understand what we're saying? Read this.
Okay.
Let's read this and I'll take your question. Read.
This is the book of Exodus chapter 1 and verse 41.
Read that again.
This is the book of Exodus chapter 28 verse 41. And thou shalt put them upon Aaron thy brother and his sons.
So there's a particular thing that Moses is telling, that God is telling Moses, that must go upon the children of Israel, right? Now he's focusing on the Levites, which is the same tribe of Moses, right? Read.
With him, and shall anoint them.
Read it from the top.
This is, and thou shalt put them upon Aaron, thy brother, and his sons,
And his girls,
and his sons,
and his girls,
and his sons.
who must this be put upon? The girls or the boys?
This is sons.
Sons, right? Read.
With him, and shall anoint them, and consecrate them, and sanctify them, that they may minister unto me in the priest's office.
Because the priests had to cover themselves when they had to do what? Minister unto God. Read.
And thou shalt make them linen breeches.
Make them what?
Linen breeches.
Linen breeches. Linen breeches. Do you know what breeches are? Trousers. When you look the definition up, it tells you breeches are trousers. Do you understand? So God commanded Moses to tell the children of Israel that they must put trousers on the young men. Are you following, sister? So this is where we know if women could wear what these young brothers were wearing, it's called what? A sin. Cross-dressing. So when we go back to Deuteronomy chapter 22 and 5, we now know for sure that breeches or pants or trousers is only for the men of Israel. Read.
This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 22 and verse 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
Read.
Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
So God is not is even, he's just. Men and women have their order. Men are to stay in trousers or shorts. The women has to stay in skirts and dresses. Do you understand? But these skirts and dresses, they must be modest. And my sister, I'm going to be your big brother today and tell you that what you have on, I know it's for the gym, but it's to be worn under a skirt or a dress. Are you following, sister? Because you would be in order with what God is telling us. That what you have on is called an underwear back in the days. Today, it still remains an underwear.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you. It's nation time.
And finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord. His word